What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Willie Nix. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode number 5 of the Man Handbook. And today, first off, I want to give a shout out to my homie KD. He made a great suggestion before he even heard any of my recordings. He told me how important a mic was when recording something. So give a shout out to him. This episode will be done on my new mic. So this is episode 5 of the Man Handbook. So today what we're going to discuss is closure. I just recently got out of a situation with a female that I was dating. And, we were real cool. We was kicking it, for a couple months. And, we had our ups and downs throughout the term. And, we just made a mutual decision as adults that, maybe each other we, not the compatible one. She was a real cool girl, kicked it, had fun, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, when you're talking about dating and being in a relationship, especially, at my age, I'm looking for, a woman that I could marry. So if this isn't a person that could, I could be with the rest of my life, it's no point of wasting each other's time. It's basically trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. I see a lot of people, they do that, just giving people chance after chance after chance after chance, knowing that, they might not even be compatible or a great fit at all. So I just want to acknowledge that person who, kept it real with me. We had kind of fell off, stopped talking for a little bit, but I had already felt in my heart, that, she probably not the one. And it was kind of bad timing when I kind of got that feeling she was going through something. So I really just didn't want to have that conversation with her. So, but she ended up hitting me up, texting me and telling me how she felt. Basically what I'm explaining and discussing is that, she really enjoyed our time, and there was just certain areas that may not be completely compatible. She's looking for the same thing. She's looking for love and wanting to marry somebody. And, we could have been cool, but we was forced in trying to be in a forever thing. And so she just kept it real and said, she just legitimately wanted to know if we could be friends after having that conversation. And, I admitted to her the same thing, that I was feeling, this was a mutual feeling. And because of that, and we provided each other with the closure, I think we could be, friends. And not in the sense of we want to talk every day and communicate like we used to, but, if she wanted to stop by and I'm not, with a girl, like my girl or something like that, I'm not in a committed or relationship or anything like that, we could just kick it, just hang. I see nothing wrong with that. And that's one of the few people that I could ever say is in kind of that scenario. A lot of times in relationships, I haven't really got out of any relationships where it's been really bad and I couldn't at least have a cordial conversation at a point, like if it's Christmas or Thanksgiving or a birthday, happy birthday, Merry Christmas type of deal. I've never been in a situation until recently to where I didn't want to communicate with the person whatsoever. So I think in this scenario, there was closure provided, and I think that's why I'm able to continue that, because in most relationships I've ever been in or been a part of, I was man enough to come to them with closure and tell them how I feel and why I think that things aren't working. However, on the flip side, the one relationship that I did have where there was really no complete closure is the one where I don't really want to talk to them at all. We can't really be friends. And so my question is, how much does closure affect an individual? If you don't have closure, I had another scenario a few years ago where I was dating a girl, and like I really, really liked this girl. She had a lot of good qualities. She was in law school. She was getting ready to graduate. Real strong mind, very good motivator. Have fun times, but at the same time, we would bump heads a lot. She was being, I guess, in law school, you like to argue, and so there was a lot of arguments real early in the relationship. It didn't work out, but we never had closure at all. Like literally, pretty much no closure. And those type of relationships, I think, affect you, meaning feelings and things linger on because there is no closure. So if you don't get closure, does it allow feelings to linger on? Whereas if you get closure, you can kind of close that book and be cool with that person. That is topic number 5 in the Man Handbook. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're catching this online and there's a vehicle that allows you to share it, say on Facebook, please, 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 please share the post. Provide feedbacks, likes, dislikes, however you feel. But this was one take, raw, uncut, and that's just the way I want to do it. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Check me out on Instagram at WillieNicks, WillieNicks. This is the Man Handbook, episode 5.